Hi, and welcome to me trying to shove this computer into this typewriter right here, because this computer right here, my mom does not want it to be in my room anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to get this old computer put into this typewriter that won't work. So let's try to do that. So first thing I'm gonna do is it's really dusty in here, but I'm going to take out the motherboard and see if it will fit, and just like lay out all the components and stuff, see if it will fit, and make like a layout. Alright, let's do that. Alright, so we have just pulled out the motherboard, laying it out. Looks like it's gonna fit, and then we can throw a power supply. And then I'm hoping, so underneath here I have a little surprise. This may or may not be a 3060, but I don't know if this 450 watt can handle the 3060 Ti. What's next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take out the power supply and hard drive and just start lining everything up, seeing if things will fit. Alright, so I just pulled out the hard drive. It's right here. Hopefully, if we get to, if it works later, I'll get an SSD later on. But for now, we're just gonna use this old hard drive I have, which is, it's okay. I mean, it's a Seagate 1 terabyte, if you can see. It's a little dusty, just like all the other stuff, but last thing we have to do is take out the power supply. Alright, so we got all the parts out of the computer. Next thing to do is to start disassembling this typewriter. I have a layout. I think we're gonna throw the motherboard right here, power supply back here, and then hard drive right there. Alright, let's go do that. Alright, so we got the first step done. We have removed all of this. Now we can see a lot of open space. See the old board. I think the hard part will be removing all this stuff right here. But I'm hoping it's gonna be as easy or simple to remove. Alright, let's get to the next part. And there we go, another part off. I got the things that lift up off. Next, I just need to figure out how to get more stuff off. We'll see. Like I said, this back part is super heavy, and I think that's gonna be first step to being the hardest. See you guys in a second. Alright, we just got the back panel off. We are now able to do these screws here, and I'm hoping it will be the last of this case. Alright, and we just got that on. So now it's time to take this mechanical stuff and this sketchy looking power supply out. Once we do that, should be good. And then we'll be able to start placing components where we want them to. Alright, I was just able to get rid of this mechanism. It was a lot easier than what I thought. It only took seconds. Now we just have to do this. One thing I am worried about is this metal substance. Metal plus the back of the motherboard isn't good. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to be a little cautious of while building. But I'm hoping that it shouldn't be terrible. Alright, let's start building. Alright, now it's time to get all this metal out and all this extra stuff. So this thing, this plastic thing, it's coming out. There's a screw over here. That's where I'm putting the screws that I don't need right now. Just this. I think this is just taped. And I'm not seeing any screws. Maybe it's just like a pull out. Yep, look at that. Here's the board. It's interesting. Probably not gonna use this. I'm just gonna throw it away. Now, this metal sheet has got to go. Alright, we just peeled off all the metal. All the screws are right there, so power supply stays here. Since I haven't said this yet, but this is like an old Dell Optiplex that I've had. So I don't know. I brought my snips for in case. You just gotta see how I want to orient this. Do it something like that where both that sticks out the back. Power supply goes here like that, and then this. See, the SSD would be way better here. Now, let's see if everything fits with this all in here. Just throw all of this here, and then so. Alright, I'm gonna put all of the panels on and see if it fits. Alright, so finally got everything kind of placed out. I had a lot of cutting to do. So this is basically the layout of everything, but the hard drive, I have yet to find a spot for the hard drive right here. Under here is very tight. I'm thinking maybe if I cut out this right there, this right here, I might be able to. I'm gonna try that, and I'm gonna let you guys know how it turns out. But basically, this is the layout so far. Alright, so I just finished the placement. Now I need to start making cutouts here, and one for the power supply, which is like right here. Maybe I can just take out this thing right here, but I'll see you and update you guys once that's done. Alright, so I finally finished with that and stuff for the power supply. I think I'm gonna put it back together except for the back panel, because it's way too thick today to drill through, and I'm just gonna like drill through it tomorrow. It's too late. My siblings will wake up, so I'm gonna just run this back plate for today, but I'll get it done tomorrow. But I think I'm gonna put it together, plug it in, see it run. Actually, I'm gonna open this, show you guys what this is. And I know you guys are thinking it's a 3060. Oh, is it? Well, take a look at that here in a second. So here's the box. Opening it up. A bunch of people would say, why get a 3060 if you're going small form factor? Well, it's not a 3060, it's a 980 XFX. Because this is what I could get my hands on. And it's not terribly big, it's not small. It just came, and it came from my uncle and the 3080 box, but I don't think it will fit looking size wise. I do have the right connector for it. I do have 3 pin, but not a, yeah, I don't have the right connector anyways. It's a 4 pin, and I only have a 3 pin connector for this power supply. Or 8 pin, and I only have a 6 pin. So I'll look at different smaller graphics cards maybe for in the future. Maybe I'll get a new power supply, but we are not running a graphics card in this build tonight, or this build right now, maybe later. And we've got it done. It looks like a normal computer until you look on the inside. We will run integrated graphics, which isn't the best, but we have gone from Typewriter all the way to PC. Next time you'll see this, it will be plugged in, being tested. I've just got it booting. It's on. Time of day not set. Sensor not set. Fan fail. I think those are fine, so we're just gonna continue. So I got a temporary setup. So yep, and we're booting right into Windows.